Hi, and welcome to Algebra Examples. Today we are going to look at an example where we find the x-intercept and the y-intercept for the equation y is equal to x plus 2, and then we are going to write them in coordinate form. So there's two steps to this, and the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to break this down into x and y-intercept. We're going to do those things separately. What I like to do is I like to put a nice line in the middle of the page to separate which ones I'm working on. So we'll do the x-intercept first, and we'll put that on the left-hand side, and then we will look at the y-intercept. Now the x-intercept is actually the hardest one out of the two. When we're looking at intercepts for a graph, remember we're looking at a line, so let's just go back and we'll do a quick review here. Let's put up a XY axis. I'm going to put up a random line, and I'm going to label our axes. So our x-intercept is where our line crosses the x-axis. And this happens when y is equal to 0, right? So you'll see we are at 0. Our horizontal, if we look at our y-axis, we are exactly at 0. That is where the x-intercept happens. Similarly, our y-intercept happens when x is equal to 0. So right here is where x value is 0 on our horizontal. We go up, that's where it crosses the y-axis. So you'll notice, even when we're looking at the x-intercept, what we do is we set y is equal to 0. When we're searching for the y-intercept, we set x is equal to 0. So a good thing to remember is when you're looking at these problems, whatever value you're working with, you are going to set the opposite value to 0. So our first step for our x-intercept is to set y is equal to 0. We're going to take our equation, y is equal to x plus 2, and we're going to plug 0 in where we see our y value. Then what we're going to do is we are going to solve for x. And when we have our equation, I'm going to write it one more time. Y0 is equal to x plus 2. We can notice we're going to we want to get that x by itself, so we are going to do the opposite sign. We are going to subtract. We're going to get the 2 over to the other side. What we do to one side of our equation, we have to do to the other side. So we are going to end up with x is equal to 2. So now on this side, you'll notice we have a y is equal to 0. We have as x is equal to 2. Putting those two pieces of information together, we can write our coordinate form. Our x value always comes first, and our y value always comes second. And for our x-intercept, our y value is always 0. So the second number should always be 0 for an x-intercept. All right, so half of the problem is done. For the next half, we are going to start by setting x is equal to 0. I kind of like doing the y-intercept because it is much quicker, and it's nice to do that second. Okay, so where we see an x, we're going to put a 0. And in this case, we don't even have to move anything across. We just have to write 0 plus 2 is 2. And we get our y is equal to 2. So now we have an x number that we have equal to 0 and a y is equal to 2. Writing this in coordinate form. Remember, x always comes before y. So we always want to think alphabetically here. We get our coordinate is 0, 2. So our final solution, here's our y-intercept and our x-intercept. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this. Please hit subscribe if you like this, and I'll see you again.